Now I know what you're thinking. What am I doing wearing a Nash t-shirt sat here with a 12-foot rod? Shouldn't I be sat here with a 10-foot, a 9-foot dwarf or scope rod? Over the past 7 to 8 years, those type of rods really have started to prove more popular and people have started to adopt them into their angling. You might be surprised to hear though that back in the day, Kevin Nash was one of the pioneers when it comes to long-range carp fishing rods. Some of the early diver rods, for example, can be associated with Kevin Nash due to his involvement in the development of the rod all those years ago. The fact of the matter is, we've always been producing 12-foot rods, from NRXDs to extreme pursuits, but as technology evolves, so do the rods. We found something we're really confident in the X Series range, and we plan to develop that further and bring even more rods to market. So we had the history of 12-foot and even 13-foot rods in the range, but one thing that was missing was a high-end reel to match. We developed the scope range with the 4000 and 6000 GTs, and until the Scope GTL 8000, we didn't really have a reel that was designed for distance casting work. I'm really excited to introduce the new robust and affordable LR range of reels. Now there are 3 sizes of reel in the range, the LR 6000, the LR 8000, and top of the tree, the LR 10000, which is exactly what's in my hand here. Coupled with a 12-foot, 3.5 pound X Series rod. I think you've had enough of me waffling now, so I'm going to go put this rod and reel through its paces. As I've mentioned, we've never really stepped foot into the long-range reel market before, so I'm really excited that we now have a reel in the range for any situation you're going to be faced with. To touch upon some of the features that you'd expect with a quality reel: lightweight aluminium spools, quick drag, line-friendly clips, and anti-twist line roller wheels. When we're talking casting benefits, all the reels in the range have that lovely, super slow oscillation. So why does that make it better for casting? Well, that slow oscillation results in better line lay, meaning it peels off a spool much more freely. However, if we'd made the oscillation too slow, that line would end up being put over line that's just literally been put onto the spool. So it's a fine line, no pun intended, but the LR reels are bang on. In terms of sizes, we have the LR 6000, which can be classed as a kind of mini big pit reel. It has all the same features as its bigger brothers, enabling you to cast far, but you can also use these reels on a 9 or 10 foot to create a nice balanced setup, but you can also use it on a 12-foot rod too. The LR 8000 is right down the middle, a big pit workhorse, not dedicated to the longer rod, but certainly more suited to it. It also boasts the ability to host 470 metres of 0.37 diameter line and a retrieve rate of 1 metre per turn. Then the largest in the range, the LR 10000, has a slightly extended spool for ultimate line lay and extreme casting performance. The LR 10000 has a retrieve rate of 104 centimetres per turn and can hold a crazy 490 metres of 0.37 line. For those super long toes in Europe, if you're using a thin diameter braid of 0.28mm, you can fit up to 860 metres. So there you have it. Who would have thought it? Affordable and reliable long-range rods and reels from those Nash lads. Personally, I've always needed a bit of range in my fishing, so I've been a huge advocate of 12 and 13-foot rods. The fact that we have a high performing range of 12 and 13-foot rods, and the fact that I can now pair those with the LR range of reels, means that I am one very happy carp angler. If you have any questions about the rods or reels, please feel free to drop them in the comments below, or for further information, simply head over to our website where you'll find all the specifications that you need.